Welcome to Underground Crypto. Who is ready for another amazing show? Shout out to all my Underground Cryptians. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. And it's a Sunday check-in, right? So it's Sunday, and we're checking in with crypto, the market. People enjoying their weekends. I know I am. Even with all of the stuff going on, life is beautiful, right? Got to remember that, because market's dumping, so you need hope. And I'm not here to feed you hopium, but I am here to say life is good. So have a good, perspective, and that's not financial advice, so I can say that. All right. So we're here at the Crypto Bubbles. Shout out to everybody in the chat. 11 people here as we kick off. I love all y'all. I appreciate you big time. Miss Williams, Melissa, Melis. You have a lot of names for sure. So the deep dive begins. She says, Camsta in the house. Thank you for being here. Yo, Firo, bro. Yo, Firo. I will definitely take a look at that for you, Camsta. Go over it here live. I did link the Discord to the top for anybody who needs that. Plague Dog's in the house. Thank you for being here. Cool Hand Luke. Glad to see you returning to the stream. Blues Guy says, Underground, I love your picture appearing and disappearing on the YouTube, waiting for the counter page. That was sick. Hey, thank you. I slapped that together one day, so I'm glad that it looks good. All right, guys. So let me get out of OBS and get over to where I need to be here. So soon. Gone. Too soon. Was that too soon? I don't know any other jokes to make about soon, but it's down 19%. So it was one of the big movers a couple of days ago. And, well, the week it's down 5.6%. So it gave it all back. I answered to all the names. Awesome. Well, I'm glad, because I be mixing them up when I say your name. Let's see. Badry84 said, let's get it. What's up? I don't recognize that name in the chat. I don't know if you're using a different profile or something. But welcome in. Link to the Discord in the chat. I don't know why I'm pointing up. It's not above me. But definitely get in that Discord. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. Everybody be nice to each other in the Discord. We're not going to go over anything. But, we sorted it all out. But everybody just be nice to each other. Remember, you don't know what other people are going through. I'm not here to lecture you on how to be a good person or anything like that, or even to tell you that you're supposed to be a good person, because that is your decision, not mine. But what do you really gain? Just be nice to everybody. You don't know what they're going through. Awesome. Glad that we covered that. Do you answer to Melissa? Camsta has some interesting questions here. Blues guy, my co-workers call me Mel. Okay, is that what you prefer to be called? 84 was a great year. All right, all right. Anyways, let's get back into this, guys. I know I'm the one that got off track. I'm not trying to blame you guys. So Aster, 7.2%. Up on the day. On the week, it's only up 6.9%. So nothing crazy here. Just to flash forward for half a second. Looks like Bitcoin is still chilling at 95,000. When I just checked it a second ago, it was at 94. So we'll get to that in a minute. But I just want to kind of preface our crypto bubbles with that, because that is kind of why everything is just getting beat up on, right? In the last hour, though, we've had a little bit of a surge up, right? A little bit of a push up. Telcoin down, Starknet. You know, it's funny. All the things that were up are down a little bit on the hour, and then a lot of the things that were down are now up. This is, this is how the market goes. And we are in our top 100s. Let's go to 101 to 200. What is USDJ? Sounds like a stable coin, and a stable coin should not be up 20%, because that's not how stable coins work. Camston, no. Underground, it doesn't matter to me. It's up to you guys. Okay, well, then we will just combine all the names and rotate them. Just know that we're talking to you. You pointed up because that link is above on your chat. You pointed up because the link is above on your chat box. Okay, I'm actually not really sure where it was. So if that worked out, then that was because I meant to do it exactly like that, of course. What is going on with this just stable coin? This just stable coin is anything but stable. $1? What is going on? It went to $6? Boy, this is how I want my stable coins to work. I want my stable coins to go up like $5. That would be amazing. But then they wouldn't be stable coins, right? So that would kind of defeat the purpose. In the white paper, USDJ is described as a USD pegged stablecoin backed by collateral assets generated through decentralized smart contracts on the Tron network. Well, I don't know how it could be pegged to the dollar, because the dollar never randomly goes up to $6. Unfortunately, that would be pretty phenomenal. Also probably destroy the economy. And in a way, I guess you could argue that it does. So, right, inflation. So, Pulse, PSLX, PulseX, and Pulse, and Hex. So, what's up with this? This ecosystem's starting to move. So, it's pegged with Tron. Yeah, you lost me there a little bit. I definitely get what you're putting down, but I don't know enough about the project. I don't know how Tron would play into that. Or it's just on the Tron network. That would make a lot more sense to me, right? Of course, my eye immediately catches this right here, Sahara AI. I have no stake in it. It's just my wife's name, so it catches my eye. Oh my goodness, get out of here. So I was just saying this is my wife's name, and then my name is just randomly in here. It's Ronan, but I don't see that very often on the crypto bubbles. Meant to be. Is Tron being shady tonight? Maybe Justin's son is, I don't want to make accusations. People say he's notorious for being shady. I don't know. I don't study the Tron on-chain data, so I don't really know if he is or not. But there's a lot of weird things that have gone on around him. I'm just kind of listening to what people say. I don't care enough. That's my problem. I don't use the Tron network. I was never involved in the Tron network. I don't even know. I remember one time I was selling for an affiliate program, and they gave me money in like USDT Tron, on the Tron network, but it was USDT. I never even cashed it out because it's just how much I don't like the Tron network. I think Tron is doing things under the table. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they always are. Oh wow, the lifer just messaged me. I should land at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Miami. Well, how's that for a heads up? Sheesh. Okay. Not that it matters to what I'm doing right now, but I was really hoping to get my other vehicle out of the shop before I had to go pick him up. Guess that's not going to happen. Anyways, we'll move on from that. Let's go ahead and hop over into our regular rundown here. Bitcoin 95,209. Ethereum 3,160. He wants you to pick him up, LOL. Yeah, he's in Portugal, if you don't know. The shorts are primed for squeezing. Yep. This coming week, I would wager. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt that. It says underground limo driver. Exactly. You got to show up for your people. Make sure that they have, you know, good, comfortable rides back and forth to where they're going. I like to drive a lot of the time, so I really don't mind at all. I'd be zoning out listening to my music or chatting with whoever I'm with, that kind of thing. XRP $2.25. BNB $934. Solana $139. Tron, speak of the devil, 29 cents. Dogecoin 16 cents. Go up, Dogecoin. Come on. Cardano 49 cents. Hyperliquid $38.47. Chainlink $13.90. XLM 25 cents. Monero $405. Litecoin 95 or 97. I don't know what I'm reading there. Avalanche $15.57. HBAR 14.9. Call it 15 cents. And SWI at $1.69. Painful to watch. How much is Flare? He says. Any idea where Flare is? Oh, here's Flare. It is 0.014. Right, so a penny and a half. Had a great time. Shout out to the blues guy and Melissa and that one guy who I think the show's a little late for him right now, but shout out to that one guy. And we went over the Flare network. It was pretty cool, and I'll even flash it up for a minute, refresh it. I got it all figured out. So thanks to Blues Guy. Big shout out to Blues Guy. If anybody else is interested in this, I'm assuming he would be more than glad to tell you about it and show you how to set it up. Don't hold me to that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But anyways, if you're interested in this, it's really cool stuff. He went over a lot of good stuff. I mean, he really took the time to deep dive this project. I got to give him credit for that. He really spent some time with it. He watched a lot of content and stuff, and he had some great reasons to back up why this is going to be awesome. Went ahead and staked some Flare. It's kind of like staking, but I guess it's not actually staking. But either way, I provided Flare is in liquidity to a liquidity pool. That's right there, 3,528 Flare. And then I had some XRP, and I converted it to F asset. I minted it, and that's as far as I've gotten. I don't exactly remember what I'm supposed to do after that. So I have to kind of ask Blues Guy, what do I do after that? What do I do to earn money off of my FXRP? That was kind of as far as I got. But anyways, good progress for today, I would say. Good progress for today. And then if you go to like the home dashboard, it will tell you what you earned. Obviously, I just did this today, not even 24 hours ago. And it's only like $50. I wanted to test it all out before I move bigger money over. I probably will move the rest of my XRP over to this. And there's a wallet that is a part of it. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later. I'm getting ahead of myself, of course. So what do we got going on here? He says, my baby. Yep, exactly. While you're picking up light for tomorrow, I'll be driving to work at that time. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, see what happened is I'm starting to try to figure out when I'm supposed to leave, and I need to focus on the show and not try to figure that stuff out. Because I had to take my truck up there before, and I really don't want to take my truck up there again, but I guess I will. So Flare went up 2% from when I bought some like yesterday. That's cool. Man, stake it. That's kind of what we're saying here. Get in there, stake it, earn some rewards on it. Why not? All right, going to the wrong thing here. Says, thank you, sir. Absolutely. Flare is fire. Nice. Just covering this chat. Now we wait for Firelight to be ready. Yeah. See, that's what I thought, but then I was like, maybe I'm supposed to do something else and then pull it out of there and move it to Firelight later. But Firelight looked really interesting. I'm going to go over Firelight tonight. Please remind me to do that. FXRP will generate by itself just holding FXRP. Okay. So you'll just generate more XRP, and they're on a one-to-one basis. So you're basically just generating XRP by holding XRP. It's pretty cool. I'll be holding my Flare for a good while. Good project. Yeah. I don't know. I might sell it at the top if we ever have a top. That is. Firelight will be cherry on top staking in real time. I wonder if I can stake on MEXC. I don't think so. I think you need to go to the Flare network. Anyways, one thing I want to say is that I've been thinking at the top, one of the things I might not sell is my XRP. So it's a good thing. I think this works out well. I've sell little to none of my XRP. I'll probably sell everything else. And then I'll probably just hold and stake over the bear market. This is all assuming that we get our traditional 4-year cycle. And right now that's not looking so good, but we will see. I saw that Carl to the Moon, who not somebody I typically follow a whole lot, he was saying definitely sell it, at the top of the 4-year cycle. He still must very much believe in the 4-year cycle. I don't know if he's privy to anything, if he's tied in anything, but he is in crypto. He is one of the big players in crypto influence, right, in social media, maybe not in the actual moving of the market. So I don't have to hold anything, question mark. Camps, I'm not sure what you're saying. You would take your Flare and you would stake your Flare, and that Flare would generate yield, like staking. You would provide that as liquidity. Cam, you can stake XRP yet? You can't stake XRP. Yeah, we're waiting for the whole actual staking XRP part to come out. It's not staking, it's minting. Right. In a roundabout way. Most people would just understand it as staking, right? Oh, minting. Just like the U.S. government, huh? I like the sound of that. Yeah, we are the captain now. We are the captain now. If you know the meme, you know the meme. Firo, I see why you want me to look at it. It is up 98%. It is trending today. That's 98% in the last 7 days. I had some wicked hiccups right before the stream started, and somehow I think they went away. But I can tell they're still messing with my talking. You can't stake XRP other than with Firelight, not live. Okay. So we got Firo, any one protocol. We covered it one time. And then your usual suspects here. Bitcoin's trending. You guys want me to go over Bitcoin? Probably not. Zcash, Darknet, Aster, Solana, Pudgy Penguins, Uniswap, Ethereum Dash, Sui. Thank goodness that Sui is trending. I need that thing to go back up. A little suspicious how hard it ran down. Did everybody give up on it, or did somebody push it down because they want really good prices? Because that thing has moved quite a bit. I'm just going to pull it up for a second because I just kind of want to look at the chart. What was the all-time high on this thing? Just go right down here where it's easier to pull. All-time high was $5.34, and it's down 68%. It was 11 months ago, but that's pretty good. They might be trying to pull that thing down so that they can get into positions. Sometimes these pullbacks are just about the big dogs getting into positions, right? It's just about them getting into positions, and they need certain prices to do so. And honestly, as much as we hate to watch it go down, we need them to just get their positions and get it over with, and then we can go places, right? So do I have to do anything besides just hold on my Flare? Yeah, you got to go to the Flare.oracle. You got to go to the website. And then you have to go to Mint. You have to link your wallet right here. You link your wallet. You're going to want to use Flare with MetaMask or Ledger, either one. And then there's this other wallet, this Examan or whatever, but that's a different purpose. Anyways, that's more for your XRP. And so then once you have it all linked together and you have the money in your MetaMask, you just click this provide collateral. And then I think there's one more step. You choose what pool you want to provide the collateral to, and then you're good to go. You're off to the races. Yep. Let push price down so we can load up. Right. Exactly. I mean, common stuff in crypto. Very common stuff in crypto. Let's go over to Crypto Rank. Let's look at that fear and greed index. 14. So we moved up a little bit. It was 10 for like 2 days in a row. That was hard to watch, but you know, I like to see it moving up, but very slowly. Like somebody just said, I think it was Luke, was just stating, like, you know, the shorts are way too giddy. They're excited. They're in their camp celebrating, and they've drank and made themselves merry, and it's ripe for the attack, right? If anybody follows what the heck I'm saying here, they're ripe for a short squeeze. Will we get it on Monday? I don't know. You know, it almost make more sense Monday, come out, look bearish, start to go down a little bit more, get them to really pile in, and then flip it Monday night into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and just obliterate everybody. That would be pretty standard practice if you know about the treachery of what we call false move Monday. You know, the whole idea is that typically on Monday, whatever way it starts to move, it's probably going to move the opposite of that for about the rest of the week. So at least, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that is the idea there. Greed is coming like winter. Yep. On that same page, there is so much information. They explain it all. Yeah, for sure, Blues Guy. I think it's starting tonight, bro. And it might. You know, sometimes they just can't wait. They've already set the trap. They've got enough people in there, and they're ready to go. But I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if they turned around Monday and just sank it a little bit lower for, you know, the first few hours there. Greed already here. Wasn't like that last week. LOL, just straight down Monday included. Yeah, Cam said it's not an all the time guaranteed thing. A trend is just something that people notice happens a lot. It's never guaranteed to happen every time, or we'd all be rich. Everybody be rich if that was the case. Say is trending. That's cool. We're over on crypto rank now. Not seeing a ton of things to go over. Junction, we've been over a lot. Kite AI, we've been over a lot, but it's been a little while for those two projects. Maybe we'll touch on them again. We keep going over Monad and Allura. Monad is going to come out soon. Melissa had put in the Discord when they were going to go live. So that is something that you want to look at. The link to the Discord is pinned in the chat. If you're just hopping in, smash that like button, hit save because it makes the algorithm work well. And yeah, send it to somebody who you know loves crypto. I haven't said that in a while. But if you know somebody who loves crypto, tell them about the channel. Bring them in. We want them here. All right, this is a new seismic. I can only imagine that this is a part of Say. So seismic or seismic, I don't know what it's supposed to be. Either way, it's very interesting, and it's the only new project that I see here that I've not gone over in the trending, so we're going to start there. So Seismic is a blockchain platform that combines encryption with secure hardware. I got to expand it to protect data across its global state, memory, and processing. So in processing, I expanded it so we get the longer thing here. Its architecture allows developers to build decentralized applications with strong privacy and security guarantees. The system supports a range of use cases, including exchanges, lending services, auction stablecoins, and launchpads by using secure enclaves that as a core element of design. Seismic provides a framework for applications that need confidentiality and reliable data protection. Seismic as volcano eruption. Don't smash too hard. Yeah, don't hit the like button too hard because you're going to want to use it again at some point. So you don't break it. Don't break it. Ah, that is some bitter ashwagandha tea right there. With the slippery elm. If you know, you know. All right, let's hit the website and let's check this thing out. Funded by Andrins Horowitz. I feel like I say it wrong every time. And then I'll randomly say it correctly. Whew, what is going on? I blame the hiccups I had earlier. All right, a privacy-enabled blockchain for fintech. There it is. It's a privacy blockchain. Everybody shove your money in. No, I'm just kidding. There's no financial advice here. Calm down, guys. But privacy is hot. You know, no financial advice here. If you need a financial advisor, go get one. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Used to say that all the time in all of my pre-recorded videos. Loved it. So it has a privacy narrative. We know that to be hot. Seismic works with leading fintech to launch products their users trust. Okay. You can get in touch with them if you feel like you need to do that. So private, compliant, integrated. All right. So we have some AI16Z crypto, which is weird because it's not AI16Z anymore. It's Eliza OS. So they probably should update their website. Being a new website, you would think they'd have that set up. These are the CEO and also the CEO. I do like that they're doxed. I think that's important. Build products users can trust. Let's go check out their X and see how much attention they're generating. 36.4 thousand followers. It says they joined in 23, but again, that doesn't really mean anything. October 9th, they have 110,000 impressions. And there we go. Crypto startup Seismic raises $10 million to help fintech protect customer data. So there you go. It's all about privacy, of course. I feel like there was something else. They only have 166 posts, right? That's one of the metrics that I always forget to mention that I like to look at a lot because it tells you like how long or how active, how often they're posting, that kind of stuff, right? So November 12th, they reposted. November 4th, oof. There's some big gaps in between them posting on X. I don't feel like that's good for engagement, but what do I know? Because it seems like everybody on X is a bot anyways, and growing over there is like impossible. I grow faster on Facebook doing absolutely nothing. Keep that in mind. I post on X every day. A lot of times it's just a call to the show. Okay, that's fair. I repost some stuff. I'm not going too hard on X, but at the same time, you know, I do nothing on Facebook pretty much, and I grow faster. You make that make sense, because I don't know what else to say there. Let's go back to crypto rank. So yeah, that's Seismic. It's privacy based. Trying to think of what we didn't. It feels like I missed something there, but I'm not sure what it was. Oh, does it have a token generated event? No, it doesn't have a token generated event. So that's why I feel like I missed something, because I didn't talk about the market cap or the tokenomics. All right, that's pretty cool. I don't think we really need to go too heavily into most of these because we know what all of these are. Lighter, we've been over. Pre-recorded videos have been made. Piverse has the TimeFi. I've been over it and over it. I don't feel like we really need to go over it. I don't think most people are interested in TimeFi. Seems like it's more for crypto corporations to have some kind of receipts that are easily generated and provable on the blockchain for their own accounting. Not really exciting. So let's go to our top gainers, top losers. That is usually where we find most of the more interesting stuff, right? Stuff on the upcome. Ashwagandha, do you find it numbs you? No, I don't. I'm not too sure. Not sure where you got that information from. Does ashwagandha numb you, Camsta? I'm confused. I've never heard anybody ever say that about ashwagandha. I take it as a tincture. I take it in a capsule form, and I take it as a tea. And I rotate. You know, with ashwagandha, you don't want to take it every single day. You want to take it for some time and then give yourself a break, and then get back on it. So buy it, says Blues Guy. I'm not sure what he's talking about. My dispatcher at work was taking it, and he said it used to make him feel like a robot. That's insane. He might just be insane, Camsta. There's a heavy chance he might just be kind of crazy. Because I've been taking it forever. I don't know any kind of difference like that. It's an adaptogen and things like that. It's really good for muscle growth, testosterone, mood, overall hormone regulation, stuff like that. I put way too much in this tea, so it is extremely bitter. All right. Yeah, I think he was taking it every day for months, though he wasn't rotating. Yeah, that could be it. I don't know. That or he's taking some other stuff as well. So we have this baby boom token. This looks like some stupid meme. Said that's what it looks like, okay? I'm not saying that's what it is. You gotta listen to the words that are said carefully here, because this thing could be great. And it's actually healthcare. Anybody else have that on their bingo card? Who would have saw that coming? It's actually healthcare. What, for the baby boomers? That's an awesome narrative. October 22nd, 2024. 36.6 million in market cap. The only healthcare that I want to do good is XRPH. And I'm not shy about it. El Cheeto says, what's up, homies? What's up, El Cheeto? I love to see that name come across the chat. There's just certain people I always look out for. I love everybody equally. But El Cheeto is one of those I always look out for. I think it might be his profile picture. It's like a Futurama version of, I'm assuming, him. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So let's go take a look at their website, see what they got going on. It looks so meme-ish that I'm surprised that it didn't come up as a meme. Social impact powered by Web3 innovation. Around the world, families are having fewer children, and the future feels uncertain. Baby Boom Token to the rescue was created to inspire hope, combining healthy habits and meaningful rewards that not only improve personal well-being, but also encourage family growth where it's needed most. This sounds corny. Just being transparent, guys. I can be wrong. This might be the best thing that ever hit the earth, but I don't know. I'm not overly excited about it. Build healthier habits, earn BBT. Okay, smart wellness coach for fertility and overall health. The more I read this website, the more I'm actually confused about what the mission of this website is. I thought it was healthcare. Now they want to coach you on fertility. Okay. Total registered, daily active users, monthly active users, 7-day retention. Indicates sustainable user engagement. 340,000 people are using this. I don't know. I just want to laugh at this website. I'm sorry. I'm probably just, it's late. It's late, and maybe I'm just a little tired or something. Maybe that's what it is. It said lure you in. So expanding real-world value through baby boom and sell-on. Okay. They're losing. I tell you, the more I read this website, the more they completely lose me on what the heck they're talking about. BBT powers 2 unique applications. Baby Boom, supporting the journey of parenthood. Okay, if you're educating parents on becoming new parents or something, I'm with that. And Sell On, transforming community engagement. Together, they create a meaningful incentive and expand the utility of Baby Boom. Okay, but where's the money? Not that I'm like a greedy money person, but it's like, what are we talking about here, and where does the money come into it? Is this a charity coin? Charity coins don't tend to do very well. Where new life begins with real rewards. See, the problem with charity coins in the modern ethos of most people is most people are selfish. So let's be honest. I'm not saying you are. If you're watching, you're not selfish. You are wonderful. And that's how you became an undergrounder. What are we calling ourselves nowadays? Anyways, but everybody else, they could be very selfish. So charity coins don't tend to do well because everybody wants to suck the money out of everything. I don't know. I'm on one tonight, guys. I don't know what that's about. I've been drinking nothing but like herbal teas and ginseng and stuff all day. It's probably what it is. In that last, 7 o'clock, or actually 8 o'clock glass of coffee, espresso, probably put me over the edge. Anyways, where are we? What are we doing? All right, so this is BBT. If you didn't know about it, now you know about it. They want to help you have babies. So if you need coaching on your fertility, give them a call. I'm probably getting that all wrong. Anyways, banana for scale, right? I think this is born out of like putting a banana in a picture, like for scale. Undergrounders, we dig deep. Exactly, Il Cheeto. El Cheeto. I said Il Cheeto. That's not proper. Undergrounders sounds good. I like that. Undergroundians sounds cool. Takes too long to say though. 41.5 million in its market cap. This is banana for scale. It's not even $1. It's like a half a penny. At one point, it boomed up to half a penny. Or wait, no. Sorry, I take that back. Up to 5 cents. I was adding a zero in there. It's down 93.4% overall, but it's a little unfair sometimes to take like a big blow off, spike in price action and then turn around and be like, oh, you're down 93%. It's like it was probably that price for like, I don't know, an hour. What was this? July 10th? Yeah, it was like a day. A day it was that high, and then the rest of the time it has not been that high. I know how to zoom in. I don't know how to unzoom in. You can highlight like this and like, zoom in on something. I don't know how I'm supposed to zoom out. Just reload the page, I guess. Oh, well, that's what I'm doing. So let's look at Banana for Scale. They don't have a website unless it's on their Twitter. It's not on the CoinGecko. The world's most beloved fruit, meme, deployed on BNB. I think I actually just figured out more what the Banana for Scale is. They should be ashamed of themselves. Make learning fun with rewards. Okay. 64.6 thousand followers. And what is that? 850 posts. And typical of these kind of things, like, let's be honest, how hard is it to post one of these generated artworks every day? Like, I could run one of these in my sleep, right? You just post, we are banana. Here's another banana. Here's another banana. ChatGPT does all the work, and you just post and act like you're doing something. Sometimes I might get jealous of those rug pullers when I watch them make millions of dollars. I'm like, I could make these simple websites. These things are super easy. But can't violate the conscience. I just can't do it. Creepy banana, LOL, right? Bitlight, up 50%. Are we still in market cap? Hi, all right. 78.7 million in market cap. Yeah, Blues Guy says no content. Yeah, exactly. That's a meme coin for you. Some meme coins do a phenomenal job, so I don't want to act like every meme coin does that. But a lot of them, they just like post those little cartoon and images, right? And I gotta say, one thing we really need to raise the bar on is meme coin artwork, right? I've seen some pretty phenomenal stuff. But for the most part, it's like the most basic drawing. Like, I'm not an artist, but I definitely could draw most of the meme art that's out there in my sleep. And then, like, they kind of act like that's the point of it. Like, it's supposed to be, like, bad art because they're degens or something. But let's raise the bar on the meme art. Let's get some real artists behind meme art. Let's say as a people, let's say if you can't hire or find a real artist to do real artwork, just don't bother making a meme coin because we don't need you. We have plenty of meme coins. We really don't need your meme coin out here. I don't know. It's a hard sell. So BNB chain is where Bitlight lives. What is it? I was looking for the breakdown. It's infrastructure, it's wallets, and it's Binance Alpha Spotlight. It's sitting at $1.82. It's got 78.7 million in its market cap, 420 million max supply. That's not too big, and 43 of that in the circulating supply. So really, it's just 43 million. But we do wonder what it is. 56,000 followers, and I really want a website. Yeah, here we go. Bitlight Labs. I knew they had one because I've been to their website before. This is not a new coin to me. I've definitely been over it. It's Bitcoin, right? Bitlight. You're going to see the light of Bitcoin. Make Bitcoin smart. They want to put smart contracts on Bitcoin. You'll never get real smart contracts on Bitcoin without a vote, without everybody in the stakeholders and things voting it in. If you get what I'm saying, a DAO nonetheless. Oh, that's so bitter. Catalyst. Catalyze the potential of Bitcoin Lightning Network system. So empowering the evolution of widespread adoption of the RGB Lightning field. Supercharge your Bitcoin journey as a lightning strike. I was going to say as the lightning strikes. BitLight wallet. So they have a wallet. That's about all I see here. As a member of the LMP/BP Association, whatever that is, as a major contributor to the RGB pool, it's got to be a liquidity pool for Bitcoin, right? BitLight Labs is committed to pioneering the native Bitcoin Fi through the development of native smart contracts infrastructure for Bitcoin and Lightning networks. For those who don't know, when it comes to Bitcoin DeFi, there's very little you can do. There's a small capability, right? There's like a small capability for inscriptions, right? When it comes to smart contracts, but that's about it. And it's very little you can really do with it. Maybe it's a good idea to start the underground coin. So do it differently and do it differently. Yeah, for sure. All NFTs of undergrounders, right? We'll have a Blues Guy NFT series, right? We'll just change your hair and put glass. You know what I'm saying? Where they just rotate like the random traits. We'll do a Blues Guy one. Smart contract, LOL. Flare is taking care of it. Yeah, that's true. That's one way to look at it for sure. So BitLight Labs has developed Bitcoin and stablecoin payment framework and application based on RLN. So I'm not going to keep reading all that really technical stuff because I think I lost most of you when it comes to it. Layer 1 Bitcoin, the founding TX, right? And then only 2 X's needed to broadcast. So final commitment TX. You have Lightning, which is a layer 2. And then you have a layer 2 RGB client. Right. And I'm going to move on here. I don't think this is... Bitcoin DeFi is that thing that's been floated over and over and over again like it was going to do something, and it's never done anything. I think the problem is people see... All right, let's have a talk about it. I think the issue is, and I'm not going to go real long on this, but I think a big part of the issue is that people look at Bitcoin and they're like, there's all this money that could be liquidity, and somebody, hopefully us, could make a bunch of money off of the transaction fees of all of that liquidity moving around. And they could stake it with us, and then we could use their liquidity to generate even more money. But I don't think people who hold Bitcoin, I think the whole issue with it is that people who hold Bitcoin want digital gold. They just want it to sit there and keep its value, or maybe go up for sure. But I don't think they're really looking to move it all around. I think, I don't know if it's true necessarily, but I do think that a lot of people who have Bitcoin are probably not the people who want to move everything around and stake it and do all of this extra stuff. All right, so this really confuses me, right? This whole AI16Z. Got to get to the bottom of this a little bit. So, I mean, it's official. They rebranded as Eliza OS. We saw that trending the other day, and they moved from an old contract to a new contract. So this is all highlighted here for you. It's all legitimate, right? So why is AI16Z even moving? Like, it should go to 0, or it should all just get ported over. And I mean, if you look at the max chart, it does look like it went to 0. But like, what is this big pump? Somebody just kind of taking advantage of kind of the state that it's in, maybe, Maybe that's what it is. Let's go ahead and duplicate. And let's go to Eliza OS. Right? So this is Eliza OS. Let's go to the max chart. Of course, it was rebrand stuff. It's only been around since November 6, 2025. Price action on this hasn't been real crazy. It hasn't been around a lot. And then it's got 49.6 million in the market cap. And then you have AI16Z. So be aware of this. If any of you guys hold this, you should probably go visit their website and figure out what they want you to do to get into the new coin. This had $1 billion in max supply. Let's see. This had 11 billion in max supply. So they greatly increased the max supply in the new contract. So they really even reset their tokenomics. This kind of thing can be good. Most of the time it sucks for a project. It makes you wonder why they would do this, because, you know, my bet is they probably did it in a genuine way because they're moving into, they have a more solidified vision of what they're doing. And, you know, they want to go more into the operating system thing, maybe over just being AI, you know, because that's what I really see here is AI 16Z is all about AI agents and AI, right? Well, Eliza OS can still be that, but it has a bigger narrative of being an operating system. Could be the operating system that runs these AI agents, these agentic networks. And I could see that. Here's your first clue, though. It says help right in their contract address. So they needed help. They needed money. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I could infer, but I'd be interested to pick your brain, Blues guy. What was getting them more money about rebranding? New attention, maybe? Oh, that's why they went from 1 to 3 billion. They went to like 11 billion. The new token, that's 11 billion max supply. Anyways, my whole point here is that it could be really good. It could be really terrible. You know, maybe you got in this project and you understood the tokenomics and you were down with it, and then they change them on you. Maybe you're not down with it anymore. But we'll move on from that. I just wanted to highlight that for everybody because that has changed. It was a popular project at the time. And so I just want everybody to be aware of that. Oh, yeah, 11. Yeah, it's a lot more. And I'm not a fan of, what do I want to say here? Because I'm trying to say 4 things at one time. I'm not really a fan of rebrands. I've been through plenty of projects that have rebrands, and none of them have gone well. Now, I have seen 1, maybe 2 cases of a rebrand going really well. It just made a lot of sense, and the project was evolving, so it made sense. But other than that, haven't really seen anything all that great. Good for them, not so good for the holders in short term because of the drop in price. Yeah. And hopefully they do something to where you go and, you know, you exchange from one contract to another, that kind of thing. You rebrand for a reason. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's because you're failing miserably and you're just clutching at straws and hoping to rebrand and come out and look exciting. Sometimes you're rebranding because you've moved when it comes to the vision of what you're doing, right? And then therefore you rebranded. And I'm going to shift this into sit down mode. So bear with me. All right, and we are back. Let me shift where we're at here. All right, and it caught up. Good to go. I don't know why my hip is killing me. To the chiropractor tomorrow for sure. Meant to go today. So Ruby coin, I don't know what that is. Let's check it out. Ruby coin, I don't like this stair-step price action. That's usually not good. 30.9 million in market cap. Rubycoin.io. Let's go check it out. Advanced decentralized blockchain platform. I sit every opportunity I can. I weld for 1/4 hour, not sitting, LOL. Pretty sure he meant 12 hours. Well, we're on PanzerDog. I didn't mean to do that. Where was I? Let's go here. Looking at Ruby, and I opened the website. That's where I'm trying to look. So, key features of the Ruby blockchain. I've never really heard of this. Leveraging proof of authority. So, you got proof of work, proof of stake, proof of verifiable work, proof of liquidity. This is proof of authority. Consensus for enterprise grade performance and security. I do think it's really important to be familiar with the ins and outs of at least proof of stake, proof of work, and proof of liquidity as ways to run a blockchain. And of course, you can tweak them and make them your own if you're running your own blockchain. Blues Guy says, yeah, 12. Yeah, I thought so. So high performance, energy efficient, Ethereum compatible. But what is the point? Storage layer, core layer, adoption layer, carefully designed to ensure efficiency, scalability, and flexibility. 3-layer architect, so it is modular. Governance, that is, they gave it a governance kind of narrative here. So it says Ruby cryptocurrency is a digital currency that is created, distributed, and managed through the Ruby programming language. Okay, so Ruby is a programming language. That kind of gets a little bit more interesting here. They're on the Blowfin exchange. Deposits opened, yeah. So 4,300 followers, not a lot of followers. And I mean, to do 1,547 posts and only get 4,300 subs, that sucks. But I was just saying how terrible it is to grow on Twitter. It's really terrible. Or maybe, I don't know, I can't tell if it's just Twitter or if Twitter just is very trying to shut down scams and stuff, so it just heavily targets anything in the crypto niche, because there's a lot of things that TikTok does that. I'll post a reel over there. I don't really post on TikTok anymore because I'll post and it'll show it to no people. It'll say 0 people. That makes no sense. It's supposed to run it just like YouTube does and Facebook. Usually they run it through like a couple hundred people and see how it performs, and then they decide if they want to keep boosting it or not. It's crazy to show it to absolutely nobody. It's how you know they flagged it. And they won't do it to every post. They'll just do it to like random posts. I have absolutely no idea why. Anyways, this doesn't look all that exciting. Ruby is a programming language, and this is their coin. Campster says he's heard this song before. Yeah, I've heard that song before too as well. I can't hear the music, so I had to turn it up and take a look at it. So biggest loser of the day, Noble USDC. So what was the other one? Is this on Tron too? No, it's on Say. Where else is it? Terra Noble is its own blockchain in Osmos. Isn't it the Lifer song? I mean, it's a song that plays on Lifer. It's really deep house genre music. I do happen to use the same website that he uses. I actually had a channel a long time ago. I already had the website he used. I was already using it for a different channel that I had a while ago, that I was trying to make one of those like channels where it just plays like meditation and lo-fi music, and one of those channels, seemed like an easy faceless channel to do. But it just, I probably would have had to grind that thing out for forever. Not super passionate about doing that every day. So it was a lot of work and it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah, he said, okay, I know, I recognize. Yeah, you definitely recognize it. You're not crazy, for sure. It is definitely played over on the Lifers. And so that was kind of the first hour rundown. I don't really see anything here all that exciting. If there's a project you want me to look at, Firo, right? We'll take a look at Firo real quick, right? And here, looking at the max chart, just for some reference of where, you are here. Let's run it into like the yearly, right? It looks great on the yearly, but the max chart, not so much. Took out that high at $2.87, and this thing is still just running. Up 85% in 7 days. Is it going to continue to run? I think this whole privacy coin thing is going to go for a while more for sure. I made a dozen different meditations posts on YouTube, but they are all too many. I wonder if I should sell some, says Camsta. Never financial advice here. If you need a financial advisor, they're a mystic creature out there, but you'll have to go find one and ask him questions, and he will charge you money to do that. But remember, financial advisors are smarter than you. Just remember that. They know what to do with money, and they don't ever give bad advice. I don't know. Can I say that? Of course I'm being sarcastic. Hopefully everybody catches that. Camsta says I'm up 250 USDT. I don't know, man. You do what you want to do. I do know most of the time for me, when I'm up a decent chunk, I tell myself, how can I ever 100x something if I don't hold it? And then I watch it go down. Not all the time, but plenty of times I've done that in my life. So on a Sunday night like this, where the market's not doing a whole lot, there's not a whole lot more to look at here. ApeCoin's got some token unlocks. Solve Protocol, ZK Sync in 4 hours has some token unlocks. The Millennium meme has some token unlocks. Bubble Maps, I didn't even know that Bubble Maps had a token. So let's take a look at that. I don't think I ever knew that Bubble Maps had a token of its own. It only has 8 million in market cap. Is this the one we always use? I know there's two different bubbles. Oh, this is V2. This is Bubble Maps V2. We've definitely used this many times. Okay, I was not aware that they had a token, but it makes sense that they would have one. All right, close a lot of that stuff down. And yeah, what else are we talking about? Let's see. I've been playing this game for airdrops, so there's that. Yeah, he says I'm either taking a little profit or DCAing more in. Yeah. I mean, one strategy that works well is to take profit to the tune of whatever you put in it. And at that point, you're basically at break even, and the rest is house money. So that way, if it goes to zero, you can't lose. That's a strategy I see people use. I've done that quite a few times myself. And it is still the weekend. So we ran through our due diligence of keeping a tab here, and now I'm going to do this and try not to say any of the words that are to not be said, because I don't really know why things happened before. But we brought this up the other day, and we did not have any problem. So I'm thinking it's not a problem until it is a problem. So we will see. All right, we played this the other day, and it hit a couple of times, but then of course it ultimately ran us into the ground. I really want to hit these Troy spins live. That would be pretty awesome. Oh, right as I said it, let's go. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yo, first of all, you don't hit these very often, okay? The fact that I literally just said that, that's crazy. All right, Camsta, you're going to miss out on this epic ride here. That is the Troy spins. All right, bedtime for me, ladies and gents. Have yourself a great night. You have a much better night. Get some sleep, brother. We will see you tomorrow. All right, well, I will enjoy this thoroughly if nobody else, right? Oh, man, they put them all the way over there? What kind of crap is that? I'm not going to lie. I've had this thing kind of screw me over a few times. Oof, that was a nice hit. $4. For the fact that we're playing with 20 cents, that's not too shabby. Come on, put one in the front. Man, put one in the front column. Like, what's wrong with you? There we go. There we go. We needed to get a little bit of spin. Oof, there's another hit. Only 20 cents though. Troy spin's kind of like the best thing you can get here. Ooh, they loaded that up. I mean, it's a guaranteed win pretty much right there. Gotta remember, guys, we're only playing 20-cent spins here, so pretty nice. Oh, and I got a Troy spin, so I think it gives us like an extra spin. Yo, this thing is going crazy. Nice. And now we're up to like $13. This is how it starts. Everybody lock in. This could be a long game. Nothing burger there. Oh, wait, no, we got 2 cents. Nice. Come on, we need something in that middle column. There you go. It's another $1. All right, so we came out $14 on fire. Exactly. That is kind of the power of the Troy spins there. Get a little bit of spindy. A little bit of spin there. All right, bases are almost loaded. We need that other column to fill out here. Hope everybody enjoys this segment. You know, if anybody has anything they want to talk about, bring it up. Let's talk about it. We are a crypto family. At least I feel that way. And so, you know, I'm always open for anything anybody wants to kind of go over if something's on your mind. Also, you know, it's the end of the show. Real short Sunday shows as far as stuff to go over. Other days there might be, every day is a little different, right? Some days not a lot happens, right? If we would have hit Troy spins again, that would have been crazy. Some days not a lot changes. The market's pretty flat. There's no new projects coming out. You're in a bearish time, so like people are not trying to launch new projects at that moment. All of those different things, right? And so we really kind of looked at everything I thought was relevant and important. Bases loaded once again, or they're not loaded. We need that last column. That's what I meant. There was a lot of J's there. Oof. Keep robbing us. Let's go. Fill up this column. Man, they just keep teasing big hits there and giving nothing. Well, these is pretty much like a guaranteed hit right there. Even if it's only 30 cents. Oh, 34 cents. Oh, 36 cents. So who's still here with me? I see a lot of people jumped off. It's more than I suspected. I guess everybody has the same bedtime as Camsta, huh? Blues Guy's still here. Shout out to Blues Guy for letting me know that he is still here. I bet El Cheeto's still here. Going to lose the glasses at this point. Oh, another Troy spin. That would be phenomenal. I don't know if I've ever hit two Troy spins that close together before. Oh, wow. And we almost got the whatever that lady is. I don't know if she's supposed to be like Athena or something like that. Whew. Much better without the sunglasses on. And they are cooking us, running us down quickly with nothing to show. Now, when they start getting real small like that, that's when you start getting some good hits. Like, notice like the size of them. Sometimes they're really big, sometimes they're really small. When you start seeing them rotating into those really tiny blocks, a lot of times that's where you get nice big wins. Ooh, Clear the board, why don't you? I was hoping to get another coin. Come on, K's. Oof, nothing, but we did get another Troy. And yeah, again, it was so much fun hanging out, Blues Guy, and talking, Melissa, Bankroll, going over the flare stuff. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad that we finally got to do that. And now I'm staked on there. I'm probably gonna add at least what's on my Coinbase over there. Can we get another big hit? We were up to like, well, we were up to like $14. Let's see, can we get back up to $14? Got the first and the last base. Okay, now we just need this column. This column's super important here. We need that second column to load. Come on, this is the last chance for that second column to load, and they didn't give us it. All right, so let's see if they can make anything happen. Can we bridge that second column gap? Nope. Not unless something falls in here. They got us again. All right, we got the last column, the fourth column. Got the first column. Come on, what's about those last two columns? Where is the luck? We are the opportunity. I thought it was crazy. I said, oh, I really want to get those Troy spins. And then bang, we got those Troy spins. So let's get another big hit and some more Troy spins. If all we got to do is speak it into existence here, look at that. If we hit this, that would be wild, because I was just talking about speaking it into existence. And then we almost hit it. That would be crazy. You can tell it wants to give me those Troy spins. It just gave me a first and a last. Tisk tisk. Running us down. We back down to $8. They've ran us through a couple of bucks here. All right, we're loading that last base up. Feel like I'm narrating like a sports game. And the last base is loaded, but we need all the bases to be loaded. We're already into the fifth inning, the fifth spin here, and we are getting no loading of the bases, which means ultimately on the 10th spin, ooh, I know it wants to give me that Troy spin. Let's go. I can get pretty amped up when playing this. You think slots are boring? I do not. I would have to disagree with you. Again, the first and the last. What are you supposed to do with that? Got 4 cents out of it. We're going to need more than 4 cents to sustainably keep going here. If we don't, that's okay too. Man, I was hoping to get one more day before I had to pick Lifer up. I get my vehicle from the shop tomorrow. Don't think they're going to give it to me that early. Let's see. Yep, bases are loaded here. This is like a guaranteed win. Usually this is the big hit. We need as many more coins in the next 3 spins as possible, and we're not getting them. Come on, coins. They're just not giving us any coins. That is treachery. Okay, get a little 12-cent pop there. All right, here it goes. $1.20. I'll take it. Blues Guy said it's fun to talk to things. Sometimes I could see that for sure. $1.20 was not enough. That wasn't enough. We needed substantially more than that, for sure. Let's go. Ooh, we got a coin. That's it. I need that Troy, though. That's what we definitely need. And we just chilling. All right, 3 bases loaded. Guaranteed to hit at least. Man, it keeps teasing this Troy. I know it's going to hit at some point here soon. The question is, do we have enough funds? Do we have enough funds to get there? Ooh, $2.76. That is enough to string us along, I would say. We can keep going for that. Every 10 spins is $2. First base is loaded. Ooh, another $1.20, making up for lost time. The first and the third base now loaded. Fourth base now loaded. We're just missing the second column. Let's go. We're back up to $7. Has favor shined upon us? I don't know. We will find out in the next episode. No, I'm just kidding. 8. Come on. This is the last spin. I need that middle base. Come on, second column. Nothing. Oh, there's hope. There's hope. Still nothing. All right, let's see. Can we actually get a hit with that second column being missing? And we did. 81 cents. So that paid for a couple spins. Ooh, Troy spins again. Oh, can we get a retroactive Troy spin? Retroactive Troy spin win. That is the term I came up for when you get 2 and then you hit, so they drop out and new things reload in. Look at those Ks though. They robbed us. I always am like, I know it's all algorithmic, but it's just like, what are the odds, right? You got Ks, all these Ks, and then just give you like a straight solid bar of some random. There's no way that's an accident. All right, our fourth base is loaded. Can we get another coin in the mix here? Because it is going to be impossible to hit that fourth one. Oh, throw another one on the fourth one. Why don't you? Throw a third one on the fourth base. Why don't you? The likeliness of that hitting is so freaking low, and they're not giving us any other bases here. Very disappointing. Very disappointed in you. They hit us with a fourth one. Treachery and dishonor. What are the odds that that hits? Oh man, and they stopped us like right before. Too funny. Obviously we were playing free money here, so if it runs us all the way down, it's all house money. It's all good. Not too worried about it. All right, little hit. Second base is now loaded. We're in the 4th inning. Can we get another? Nope. 5th inning. Can we get another coin? Loaded the second base up. Now we're up 2 on the second base. We could really use the loading of some other bases. Let's go. All right, we did get the third base loaded. We really need that first base loaded. Look at that. We got a first base. I love that. Now we're guaranteed a hit. But can we get a good hit on, like, oh, of course, 78 cents? It could be worse. All right, now we're up to 87 cents. Keeps us, it strings us along, but it's not enough to do much, right? We need a big hit, or it's all for naught. Like I said, one of the biggest wins I ever got was on this game. Second base loaded. We're going to need more, and we're in the 7th inning here, so we're going to need more than that. All right, 2, we need that first base. First base, nothing. All right, let's see if we can get a hit. You almost kind of naturally have to hit something big. Oh, my goodness. Come on, can we get an O? Oh, man, it is playing games. Oh, and we had 2 fill-ins, right, where we hit 2 hits. And you only got 11 cents. All right, we got enough for one more round. Oh, 60 cents. That's a decent hit for a random spin. We're going to need a few of those, though. We're going to need a few of those. Go underground can do it. Thank you. I appreciate you sending that luck this way. It's not sending many coins out. You know, there are times where you'll get 3, 4, 5, bases, or like 3, 4, 5 hits on one column, and like we've been lucky to get like 2 in a column. It's kind of treachery. Okay, up to 49 cents. That'll kind of keep us moving along here. Bang, bang, bang. Can we get a coin though? Like, is it too hard to ask for just one measly little gold coin? A little wild. Nothing. We don't even have enough for 10 spins, right? So we need a hit. We need a hit within these 10 spins in order to even get us there. Get us across the finish line. First base is now loaded. Second base is now loaded. We won 10 cents, or 2 cents, sorry. 2 cents ain't gonna get us real far. Okay, so 4 cents. Of course, they always do this. Like, they load us up. Man, we need just like a small hit. It's like an unhealthy relationship. Take, and not give anything back. Yeah, exactly. And then it loads us up a decent hit, right? And this is the last spin. If we don't hit anything, this will be continued. Yes. So this is continued here. Okay, that was weird. We spun, but it didn't do anything. It didn't take the money for the spin. Okay. And it keeps just spinning the same spin. Am I not allowed to spin to 0? I'm not allowed to spin my last. Not allowed to spin my last 20 cents here. Oh well, we will revisit this tomorrow. Oh, because it says I have 19 cents, and it says that's weird. Here it says I have 19. Here it says I have 20. Make it make sense. So that is what it is, right? That was fun though. I enjoyed that. We had to take a break from it for a while, so glad to see us able to do that again, because I do enjoy that. This game we're farming airdrop, right? That's what we're doing here. Let's pick a random character. Let's be this monkey and just hit run. I don't even know what this monkey does. Oh, he has banana boomerangs. Okay. That might prove useful. See, we picked up an extra one. This game is not the most fun, as Blue Sky said one time. This game is nah. And I agree with him, but I want them airdrops, right? So I got to hit it at least, like, play around a day or something and do the quests and see. Oh, yeah, let's add in that machete because it's kind of the same boomerang function. We really got to upgrade our armor because we have yet to finish a level or yet to beat, like, a boss. So I would really like to actually beat a boss at some point, just to see what happens when you complete a level. Let's turn up the damage on those bananas. Didn't see any armor options yet. All right, increase speed movement. Yeah, that's a big one, because when that big boss comes out and he like hunts us down, he be moving way too fast. And if you mess up one time, like literally one time, he kills you. And they gave him way too much health too. Like you'd be fighting him for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't even know how long, but it feels like a really long time. Ooh, am I getting jammed? Found a way through. All right, we got speed movement, damage, +1 count, and increased knockback. Let's do the increased damage, because that's what we really need here. Man, I need that magnet. One of the drops in the box is a magnet. I really do enjoy hanging out and playing these crypto games at the end of the stream. Pretty sure it's just me and Blues Guy, but that's okay. It's a Sunday night and the market's been treachery. I'll really be interested to see what tomorrow brings. I'll be definitely keeping an eye on it. Be keeping an eye on it for sure. Oh man, I'm taking damage. I really want to stay kind of close by the main cluster here. That is where all of the XP is. Oh, I played it too close. I don't like how easy it is to die in this game. Like, I literally got an armor upgrade and everything. And it's too easy to die in that game. Kind of makes it not fun. It reminds me of when this Dark Star has that level, or the challenge of the day, and they'll throw that random thing on where if you run into anything, you automatically die. Seems a little harsh. Seems a little harsh to me. Gotta claim all the things there are to claim. Maybe one day they will give us some airdrop. There was an airdrop that was promised on this game. That's why we started playing it. They said a minimum of $5 a day, which is crazy because, like, maybe retrospectively you made $5 a day if they would have did the airdrop. But, like, in all honesty, they never really did the airdrop, right? So far you've made $0 a day. I know that somebody said that they did the lucky run and they got $2. I think they said, was it $2 or $10? I'm not sure, but they got some kind of money out of that. So yeah, let's see. Experience required -50%. So that's good. And lightning strikes every 2 seconds. All right, I could deal with the lightning strikes. That's not so bad. That is not so bad. I need that chest though, for sure. That chest is money, literally. Bang, bang. Blues Guy, are you back to work tomorrow? Or do you get Monday as well? Walked right into that lightning strike too. Crazy. Yeah, I wake up at 4. Sheesh. What time is it where you are right now, Blue Sky? I know I ask a lot, but that's because I can't keep it straight with all these people in different places. It's hard to remember where everybody is and what time it is in relevance to where you are. Aside from running a YouTube group channel, whatever, I've never had to really ever worry much about that. Monday and Tuesday work, and then what, you're off Wednesday, Thursday? I think you said you were 2 days on, 2 days off. Monday, Tuesday work, 9:30 p.m., 2 hours uni. You and I. So it's 9:30 where you are now. Well, that's good, because if it was the same time where it is here as it is there, you would probably have to be asleep already, because it is 11:30 p.m. where I'm at. I feel like it's weird because we're on like New York time, and a lot of stuff around the world operates a lot off of, you know, the New York Stock Exchange and stuff. So a lot of people are pretty privy to the New York time. But like when you're on the New York time, everything that's really relevant most of the time is already kind of on New York time, so you don't really have to pay attention to it as much as the rest of the world tends to. So it's an interesting school for thought there. I will be hopping off in a minute here, though, because I do got to go figure out when the shop opens, if I'm going to be able to get my vehicle in the morning. There's so many complications to that, because even if I can get my vehicle, it's going to be super early, so I'm going to really need somebody to ride in another vehicle to take me up. It's a pain. Usually I just have my wife do it, but she's not going to be up at that early. So if I got to be there at 10, that means I got to leave super early. All right, first boss. What is going on? Like, it was not catching my moves. That was weird. My least favorite thing. Oh, I love that. Dude, they get me with that scatter shot every time. Got him, though. Alright, I need that health. Alright, cool. Yeah, bud, good luck with tomorrow's trip. Yeah, I hope it'll be alright. My truck was making a weird noise the other day. I was in the line at like a coffee drive-through for my wife and I, and the guy said something about it, and I was like, yeah, I know. I've been trying to ignore that sound that it's making. And, you know, when you go for like a long trip, that's usually where it shows its ugly head. Now, my truck's kind of been, you know, old faithful for a long time. It's a work truck, drive it everywhere all the time. For a long time, I've never really had to put a bunch of money into it since I bought it, except for the exorbitant amount of money it cost to buy the truck. So I'm not looking forward to that. Just car issues. Here in Florida, your AC is like your worst enemy because it always is getting messed up for one reason or another. I think a lot of places don't worry about the AC in their car. They worry about the heat. It's probably about the same thing, I would imagine. What kind of, it's a Chevy, it's 2018 Chevy Silverado. 4-cab with the extended bed. I got it because it can pull trailers for what I used to have, a moving company. I started a moving company. I did quite a bit of moving, but it was a newer company, so I didn't do as much. Mostly did handyman stuff with it. But we would do, you know, at least a couple of times a week something moving related. So I kind of needed it to pull my trailers because I use like a enclosed cargo trailer like you would use for like a car is what I would a lot of times use for moves. It works super well and you don't have to get stuff like 5-6 feet off the ground into a, you know, And what we do, like a diesel truck, you know, like a transport diesel truck. My buddy bought one, turned out to be a disaster. Yeah, AC, humidity, salt water, calcium, ocean. Chevys are very good. Yeah, I mean, I've had the truck for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. It's been awesome. Haven't had a lot of trouble with it at all. I haven't had any AC issues with it either, which is usually something you deal with. So I can't complain about that. Just don't like the sound that it's making, and I hope I don't have any problem. I just went to Miami and back. I didn't have any issues with it then, but hoping it stays that way. But they say what you fear will appear. So I definitely am just going to believe everything will be fine, just like I normally would. Dang, I'm getting cornered here. Getting cooked. Oof. Got it. That wasn't the final boss, but it was the boss. Area damage, got that pulse. Range up a little bit more even. Well, shout out to anybody who stayed to the end here. I do have to hop off. I got to figure that out, and then I got to put my son to bed. So get him asleep before midnight in 30 minutes, 25 minutes would be pretty awesome. I could sit here and play DeFi games all night, but that's not always what the show is supposed to be about. We did our due diligence. Nothing really popped out at me, but yet we still went over things. A link to the Discord in the description. A link to that fun games that we were playing in the Discord as well. That would be Stake. And then a link to Ledger if you need a cold storage wallet. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Everybody have a great night. Stay underground, stay crypto. I will see you in the Discord, and be nice to each other in the Discord, please. I would greatly appreciate it. Crypto Ron out.